angel boy. You say that. Never gonna stand a chance. Heartbreak like a sad romance. Said that you never.
Hey everybody, welcome to it. Today we are reviewing Apple's new Magic Keyboard. I recently just got this keyboard and I was super excited about it. I unboxed it on my channel about a week ago, so go check that out if you guys haven't watched that one yet. It's a good one. There is a lot of controversy on this keyboard, so I just wanted to give you guys a review of it as just an average person perspective rather than like a crazy tech channel who talks about all the specs and everything. I do a lot of reviews like that and unboxings like that on my channel. So if you guys are interested in hearing about Apple products and unboxings and stuff just from like, you know, an average person, not like a crazy tech wizard, I'm your gal. Subscribe. I do lots of Apple product unboxings often, so but yeah, we're gonna talk about the Magic Keyboard today. First I wanted to clear up a couple things of the unboxing video that I said. The first thing is, yes, I realized that you don't charge the keyboard. It's for like pass-through charging if I wanted to charge my phone at the same time as I'm using the keyboard. Accidentally misinformed about 50,000 people on that, so sorry about that. The next thing is, no, I am not rich and I'm not spoiled. I literally put a disclaimer in that video.
If it wasn't for you guys, I literally would not be where I am today and would not be able to buy this beautiful Apple product. So,
saying that I work super hard to earn all these products myself and I buy them with my own money from work on YouTube and other jobs. So, I am most definitely not rich. I'm in college. And then lastly, I'm sorry about how many times I said the word cute to describe the Magic Keyboard. I did not realize how many times I actually said that word. Also, really quick before we start, if you guys haven't seen it yet, I do have my own website where I post free graphics of like Apple Watch backgrounds, iPad backgrounds, iPhone wallpapers, all that good stuff for you guys for free. So go check that out. It'll always be linked in my description. Those are all just some free resources for you guys for free, just in exchange for your guys' support. And I'm constantly updating and adding new graphics to that website. So make sure you follow me on Instagram because I update you guys whenever I post things, or follow me on TikTok because oftentimes I make TikToks of me making the graphics. So okay, so first we're going to talk about the price. I fortunately am a student, as I kind of mentioned earlier, so I got the education discount. It was only about $20 cheaper, but hey, $20 is $20. So I have the 11-inch iPad Pro, so mine was $279 with the education discount. But if you're not a student and you're just buying it with the regular price, it's $299 for the 11-inch, and it is $349 for the 12.9-inch. So, whew. Very pricey, I'm not gonna lie. If I'm being honest, I'm getting to the point in my channel where I'm realizing that you guys love Apple unboxings from me, so I honestly have just been buying Apple products as they come out to be able to unbox them for you guys. So that's honestly one of the only reasons that I bought this keyboard, was because I noticed that you guys all wanted to see me review it, so I bought it and reviewed it for you guys. So I'll talk about this a little bit later on in the video, but I'm not sure if I would have bought this if it weren't for you guys, but we'll get to that later on. Okay, so I'm currently looking on the Apple Store. That's where I'm getting the prices from. So if you look at the Magic keyboards, those were the prices I just listed. But if you look at just the Smart Keyboard Folio, the 12.9-inch is $199 and the 11-inch is $179. So pretty huge difference. It's around a $100 difference depending on the size and model that you have, but that's kind of crazy. Okay, so next I kind of wanted to read through some of the questions that you guys had for me in the comments and answer those for you. How did you get to unbox the Magic Keyboard when it's not even out yet? It's April and the Magic Keyboard comes out in May? Question mark, question mark. So I don't really know what happened, but obviously Apple released the keyboard early, so yeah, it's out. Does the keyboard not fold back into just tablet mode? I never thought about that until you mentioned it. It unfortunately does not. This is the limit that it goes to. Its limit. It does not fold back into tablet mode, which is very sad, and we'll get to that later on into the video. And those are most of the questions that I saw that I think needed to be answered. Alright, so let's finally start to talk about some pros and cons. One pro is that it has a trackpad. If you don't know what the trackpad is, it's this little space right here. And then you can use this little dot that you see moving around over here as the cursor. So the Magic Keyboard has the trackpad, but the Smart Folio keyboard does not. So that is, I think, one of the main differences between the two. But something that I've seen people complain about with the trackpad is the size of it. People are saying that it's too small, which which honestly I don't think it's too small, but if I look at it in comparison to my laptop, you can see that that's a pretty big trackpad right there. Here is the MacBook Pro in the 13-inch, and then here is the Magic Keyboard. So pretty significant size change, but I honestly haven't had any problems with adjusting between this one and this one. Okay, and then the next con that I have is, I would say the biggest con out of all of them is that you cannot fold it back into tablet mode. That is very sad for me because my main use for the iPad is designing graphics, and I just use it whenever I'm like sitting in bed and relaxing and just holding it, so it's kind of annoying to have to try and write it like this or flip it around, so I usually end up just taking it off of the keyboard, which then means that my iPad is unprotected and doesn't have any case on it at all, because then half the time my iPad doesn't have a case on it, because if I go and put on my other case that I have, I'm just gonna end up taking it right off to be able to put it back on the keyboard whenever I need to type something. But that is my main struggle with it, because most of the time I'm not using the keyboard because I'm not in classes anymore, so I really don't have much use for the keyboard itself right now. But if you're the opposite of me and you don't use your iPad for graphic design and drawing and all that stuff, and you use it more for like note-taking and writing and typing things, definitely look into the keyboard. I think it would benefit you because you're not going to need to take it off of the keyboard, so just really depends on what the use you need it for. Next, on the pros, I have that the keyboard types really nice. I originally had the MacBook Pro 13-inch with the butterfly keyboard, and then now I have the Magic Keyboard, which is like a normal keyboard, and the difference in typing them is completely different because the butterfly keyboard has a different design, and I actually really like how the typing works on the Magic Keyboard and how the keys are rather than on my MacBook Pro. Alright, so next, as a con, I would say that overall it's a little heavy, but honestly, for what you're getting, it's going to be heavy. If you're trying to use an iPad as a MacBook, you can't expect it to be super light. So yes, it's a little heavy, but it's definitely way lighter than my MacBook. Alright, so as a pro, I really like the sleek design overall. I think that the little Apple logo right there is really cool. I think it just looks nice and put together overall, and minimal, you know, classic Apple. But a con with just the appearance of the case overall is that it gets dirty super easily, just because of the material that it's made out of. I don't even know what this stuff is or how it got there. And there will always be some sort of stuff that shows up, and like even when I try and wipe it off and dry it, then it comes and leaves little marks all over it. So I find myself having to wipe it down with electronic cleaning wipes pretty often. Alright, so our next con is that you cannot really look at things in portrait mode. It's always going to have to be horizontal. I don't know, I'm out of focus. So it's just awkward trying to hold it in portrait mode and then the keyboard is just sitting there. So most of the time, like I said, I just end up taking it off and just holding it normally. So that's something that's kind of annoying, but again, it depends on what you're going to be using this for. But a pro that kind of goes along with that is, let's say that I am in class and I'm typing my notes, but all of a sudden I need to draw a diagram or a figure or something. I can pop this off of the keyboard and then I can use this to lay my iPad on top of, just so that I kind of protect the camera and I'm not just laying it down on some nasty, gross desk. And then another pro that I think is very smart and very important is these beautiful things right here. The easy connection, like you literally just snap it on and then it's ready to be typed on. You don't have to mess with any annoying Bluetooth, because somehow for me, anytime I'm using Bluetooth, it takes forever to connect. Half the time the device can't find the device that I'm trying to connect to. So I think it's super interesting that it's not Bluetooth, and that all you have to do is just connect it and then you're ready to start typing. Then the last con is something that I kind of already touched on. Not sure if it's going to make much sense to you guys, but whenever I'm using my iPad to draw graphics or whatever, and I have to take it off of the keyboard because it's getting in the way too much because I can't fold it in tablet mode, it just sits there. And I don't use it, and I feel like I just wasted $300 on something that I'm not really using that much. overall, in the end, whether you want to get this keyboard or not is obviously up to you. I am giving you my personal pros and cons, and it overall depends what you use your iPad for. As I kind of stated, if you're going to use it for note-taking and things like that, it's perfect, but if you think you use your iPad more for like design things rather than typing, maybe not, because you're not able to flip it around into tablet mode. But if you're like me and you are a student as well as a creator, it might work out for you because you can use the keyboard whenever you go to class, and then you could change your iPad to a different case that's more protective whenever you're at home. It kind of just depends what you're willing to make sacrifices for. I personally don't think I would buy this one again. I think I would probably go for the Smart Folio. Although it doesn't have the trackpad, I think I would be just fine with touching the screen wherever I needed to type. That's overall just because I would be able to flip it around into tablet mode and stuff like that. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this Magic Keyboard. I'm not going to return it or anything. It's going to work perfect for what I need it to. I'll see again when classes start up in the fall how it goes when I take it to class. But yeah, do what you want with this information that I just gave you. Hopefully it helps you decide what type of keyboard you're wanting to get for your iPad. But yeah, good luck making your decision on what keyboard to get, and have a nice day! I'll see you guys again on Sunday evening with my next video at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. P.S. If you guys don't know my posting schedule, I post Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, Fridays at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So subscribe, turn on post notifications so you never miss a video, and yeah, I'll see you Sunday!